It has happened, Zach. The Houston Rockets have made the trade. Kevin Durant to the Rockets. Um, it's been rumored for months, but it's
I didn't
finally
think it
done.
was going to happen. At first, I thought it was going to happen. Then I thought it wasn't going to happen, and then it happened. So I
There
don't
was
know
a
what
lot
the
of
hell is going
back and forth for sure. I know they said Miami was very close also. I saw reports from The Athletic that Raphael Stone told them that Reed Shepard, Jabari, and Tari were not touchable, that
on.
they were not going to add them into trades. And then that when Phoenix finally realized, like, damn, they're not going to budge, they kind of were
I
like,
don't
hey,
blame him for that 100. I'm gonna tell you, my first instinct was like I was a fan of Jalen. Like I wasn't a Jalen hater like everybody else,
yeah,
but I was willing to part with his ass for KD. To be honest with you, but if I just did think I wouldn't have felt good making that trade with Dylan Brooks in that package. Like the 10th pick, the 5 seconds, and Jalen should have got you KD.
yeah. I think they said
Because
that
now I
Dylan
feel
was,
like we're in a spot where you have to replace. You actually have to find someone to replace what Dylan Brooks was going to give you. That's the kind of player you need.
yeah. Yeah, they said Dylan was for money purposes because they didn't want to get rid of the Fred thing. But I mean, now their reports say that it's the what starting lineup was Jabari taking into the starting spot again.
Well, it would have to
So
be Fred, Amin, Katie, Jabari, Sengun, and then
yeah,
you have Reed, Steven Adams, and Tari Eason as your first three people off the bench.
I mean, this the bright spot is you get a closer.
Do you?
You get well. I mean, from what the
But that's just
reports,
my thing is motherfuckers act like you're getting 2021 KD. Like
yeah,
you don't know what KD you're getting. He had free reign last year with Booker on his team, and they couldn't do shit.
yeah,
He obviously can't carry a team, regardless of how bad their defense was. So you don't know what you're going to get out of KD, and that's no slight to him because he's, in my opinion, the best scorer I ever seen. I love the trade. I'm glad he's on the team, but I still feel like we gave up too much, to be honest.
yeah. There was a lot of people saying we got fleeced. And the funny part is, you're mad about Dylan Brooks.
I'm going to be even more honest with you. I would have entertained the idea of keeping the 10th pick and also giving you Cam Whitmore.
Yeah, yeah. I would have gave up Cam. I don't really. I think honestly, I feel like Cam is. People are saying he has more playing time now. I think he's still getting shipped out somewhere. There,
I don't know, but I still think somebody else's ass is getting. I ain't gonna lie. The first person that I'm gonna try to trade is Jock Landale
yeah,
because that's 20 million, and either I can get that guard I need for you, or free up the money and go to free agency
yeah. I mean, Steven Adams re-signed, so he kind of
on the
shot.
cheap. Cheap. He hooked us up
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
and he's willing to come off the bench. So I ain't sure.
I,
That's what I'm saying. You don't need three. If Sengun's your starting center, then Adams would be your backup. You got
yeah,
that in Fale Dante kid on the bench, and I think we could use his athleticism. So I'm willing to part with Landell. You don't have Jay Sean Tate, so you need to get a couple players for the bench. He free agent, and I doubt he comes back for cheap
yeah.
again.
I know that most Rockets fans were mad we gave up 5 second round picks. That's where
I don't
the
give a
anger
shit about those.
came. And so that's what I was like, y'all don't know how Raphael Stone operates because he kept the other Phoenix picks, and this fool's always picking up people that are undrafted and trading for other picks when he wants the player he wants. Like, I ain't worried about second round picks. Like, that's a bag of chips. It's
I
like
just
I'm
want a little bit more certainty coming off the bench. I think there could be a player that could offer that. If I go to free agency with what we have, I think one person that I'd go look at would be Malcolm Brogdon.
Ooh, I like
because
that.
he was linked to us for a while anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and he's a combo guard. He could do whatever. And then now you, like you said, you still have picks and players. Would you aggressively go after like specific players like Derek White?
Yeah.
Like he just feels like the kind of player that if he was on our team, I would feel really good about that.
Now that you have Kevin Durant, like you said, I don't know what Kevin Durant we're getting. There's a presence there that he still brings, for sure. It I'm okay with getting certain pieces now that fit that Ime Udoka system of what he wants with it, like Derek White, like you
I ain't
said.
worried
We
about
kind
all
of
that shit. Look, let's not get shit fucked up. KD Trade 5 is about to put a Houston jersey on.
yeah,
At 37 years old, that man would get a bucket on fucking anybody. But
yeah,
you're playing NBA defenses, so they're going to make you do certain things. My point being is what do you do if they put KD in a position to where they make you the facilitator and make the other guys beat you? And they're making them in shoot, and they're making Sengun shoot. Essentially, it'll look like KD in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? So you have to get another person in there that could fucking get a bucket, like not just their own bucket, but facilitate a bucket. Because Fred's not that player.
yeah. I was gonna say they probably feel Fred's gonna do that, but I'm not confident in him being that.
Here's the thing. Here's the reason I bring that up. Because there's one thing I do know. Reed Shepherd knows how to play fucking pick and roll basketball.
Yeah.
He has to play more. Like he has to, you need somebody who's a tier down from Van Vliet so Reed could play more. Like Reed is gonna do well when he gets time.
I mean, we saw some spurts last year, but watching him, and we were like, this kid can play defense, he can shoot, and I'm not just saying shoot. Like that dude got a cannon on him.
Yeah,
Like,
I was gonna
like
say people. He could be elite. I made a comparison earlier. I don't think I'm gonna say it again because motherfuckers gonna tell me I'm stupid. But I'll tell you after. And if you agree with me, then I'll say it on the next video. But Reed Shepherd's when he's on fire is elite.
yeah.
And I'm
I
talking
mean,
about. I
bro,
seen it. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? Like that's
we
different.
sent him to the G League. He pretty much put up like 60 something points over there. They had to bring him back. We brought
In
him
the first
here.
game, yeah, he hit
Yeah,
like 17 threes or some shit. I don't remember what he
yeah.
did.
It was ridiculous. Like the kid can ball. I know you're happy
No, I
Jabari
ain't
didn't get
tripping.
traded.
Oh fuck yeah! I'm so glad Jabari didn't get. I was willing to part with Tari though.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't
And
care for
I'm
him.
a, no me neither. But I mean I don't hate Tari, but you're always hurt. Like you're a different kind of hurt. You're hurt beyond repair sometimes. It's
Jordan
like shit.
Alvarez.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
But I would also keep Tari because he could play some two guard. He could play some three. He could play some two in a big lineup.
yeah.
So I mean, barring the fact he don't get hurt, I don't mind him at all. Man, I don't even know what you asked me. I think the question was, do I like to trade? Yes, I do. Um, I didn't want to give up that much though. I
It,
just have to see it. Like
yeah,
I don't know what Durant is coming to the Rockets, so I need to see because there's only one thing I know for sure is Ime's not going to change how he coaches. You'll be expected to play defense a certain way. You'll be expected to play offense a certain way. Uh, like you said earlier, like you got a closer. Well, y'all keep saying that bullshit, then you put pressure and expectation on them that shouldn't be there because that's not what. I mean, I guess that's what he used to do, but I don't know if he can still do it. Meaning
yeah.
KD, but I just got to see it. I think KD. I don't think KD playing for Ime would be a problem. I don't think it'd be pushback if he gets benched sometimes for playing bad defense.
No, I don't think it will either. There was a report from one of the I think it was the Hornets GMs or something. He was like, KD's one of the hardest workers I've ever seen in this league. Like
The
the
dude's just
dude,
a hooper. He's a
that's
hooper. Like that's
exactly
all he knows. You know what I'm saying?
no kids, no wife, no nothing. Like dude just eats, sleeps basketball. That's it. Like and then he's always trying to make his teammates better. So it's like, dude,
But also like being, I'm a Jalen Green fan. Well, first off, if anybody knows if you can exchange a brand new Jalen Green jersey with the tags on it for a KD jersey, please let me know because I fucking ain't never worn my Jalen Green and I want a KD. The point is like as much as I didn't hate Jalen compared to most people, it was best for him to go. Houston fan base gave up on him. He was the scapegoat. So now,
yeah,
so now, so now it just switches to like KD has to perform to the level of what y'all expect him to, or he's the problem, or Sengun's about to piss a lot of people off that he ain't pissed off before. Because this is not your team no more. This is KD's team.
yeah, yeah.
See what I'm saying?
That was
So it's like you're in the way, boy. What are we doing
yeah.
here?
And that was, I think there was a lot of fans that were like, we don't need KD here. We got Sengun. We don't want KD here. We got Sengun. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Stop. Stop it. Like, KD, I don't care if he's 40 years old. KD is still a baller. A dude can score. Like, dude played on multiple Team USAs, multiple championships, multiple fucking all stars, all type different levels here. And the fact
You,
is, like, when no offense, Sengun, when they put up Lakers versus Rockets, it's not going to be you and Luca. It's going to be LeBron versus KD.
yeah, it's
That's
going to
what it's
be
going to be.
LeBron and Luca versus KD and a min.
Yeah, that's who's going to be on the damn shit. Like, Amin was really the only untouchable I felt there was on this team. But I
I
don't want to
don't.
force
I
him.
don't. Because of what we were going after was so preposterous to a degree. My untouchables were Amin, Reed, and Jabari.
Yeah. Well, I can see that.
Because
Yeah.
think about it, with those three dumbasses and their skill sets, you can bring in any star to play around them because they're
Yeah. Yeah.
just good at what they do.
Yeah. I meant more of like out of Amin and Shingun and Jalen, like out of that big three.
Oh yeah,
Like, like I felt more like Amin out of those three is the guy that they're like, nah, we ain't touching you and all that stuff. And like, if something came up, they would have been entertained a Sengun or a Jalen thing with those contracts that they
bro.
have.
Yeah, since it's the end of the season, I've probably heard like 30 pro ex players and everybody say about Amin. They're like, if that dude could get any kind of jump shot, the whole league should be scared. And I'm like, I hope he hears that. Like, please be practicing a jump shot.
So he's been practicing. He hasn't been posting much, which I kind of
Let
like.
me ask you this: when a man basically told his own team that they were bitches, and he tried to take it over in that Golden State elimination game, he did. He tried to take that shit over. Like I think he claimed the team there. Do you
Yeah.
think that they remember that, and that's where they're like, all right, Jalen, like you can't be the lead guard on this team because we
Yeah.
have him in Thompson.
Yeah.
I felt that way too.
Like there was people asking me why Jalen, like they actually like Jalen, and I was like, bro, I don't hate Jalen. I supported him because he's in a jersey, but Amin Thompson pretty much took the ball from everybody and was like, this is my damn team. Like screw all
He
y'all.
did it on defense.
Yeah,
He did it on offense. He did it everywhere, but from the 3-point line. And
yeah. I was like, he.
the man played
That's what.
himself into a cramp. Like he could,
Yeah,
he literally went until he couldn't go no more. His calf was like, "Hey, bro, like if you don't sit down, I'll sit your ass down." And he still
yeah,
managed to come back in that game.
yeah. That's stuff you can't teach and shit. And I think, like you said, the fan base, because I mean even us being Jalen supporters, there was times where we were like critical of him. So I'm like,
Yes.
damn, if we're even critical of him, I can't imagine Ime and Raphael and all them not being
The
critical of
thing
him.
about it is I never claimed that the dude was perfect.
Yeah,
I never even asked for him to be the franchise player. I just
yeah,
said acknowledge the fact that the dude could fucking play basketball. Maybe not to your liking, everybody else's liking, but you don't accidentally just average 20 something points. You don't do that
in the
shit by
league.
accident.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
If you can score, like people be like, oh, he's a bum, he's gonna be kicked out the league. Stop it.
No.
Stop it.
I sincerely hope Jalen finds himself in a good position to either be a good starter or an elite bitch player.
Yeah. So I wish him the best. I was like, I could tell. I saw a lot of the players posting their pictures with him and Dylan today. Like, and they were, I could tell it's
You almost to a degree have to play Cam Whitmore, because if you don't, then this team is slow as shit. Like Jalen and the men would go. Like those motherfuckers would get on their horse and go.
yeah.
And somebody's got to run with them in.
I'm interested to see what Stone does now.
I still feel like there's another move to be made. I really do. I think there's going to be a trade and a signing.
Yeah, I don't. Now that you freed up Dylan Brooks's money, you still got to figure out the Fred thing. They said they want a contract with Durant, whether it's an extension or a long term 3 year type of thing. So you have money to play with after the Brooks thing and all that stuff. So
I
it's
just think if Durant wants to, Durant is essentially going to get like 60 million a year for the second and third year. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy shit right there. But like, are you loyal to Van Vliet?
no.
But what if he's willing to come down on money?
That's see now we're talking because it's like you get to play with KD, bro. You get to play with the men. You get to play with Sengun.
Even
Like
if he comes down substantially, team friendly deal, are you still sold that Van Vliet's the piece to play point guard?
no,
Because I'm not.
no. There was too many games where
I'm gonna tell you
everybody
why.
pointed at Jalen, and I was like, it's
Because
Fred.
I'm convinced that the it's gonna be Reed, but he's not ready.
Yeah, that's
You have to test his motor. You have to test him and see what he can do before you know his like permanent role.
that was something I read probably about 4 days ago. It was a rumor from NBA executives saying that the Rockets feel Reed is that guy, but he is not
Not to cut
ready.
you off real quick, but I
Yeah.
think Halliburton just ruptured his Achilles.
Yikes. Yeah. Yep. That's damn.
All right, back to what you're saying, sorry.
No, but I just think they said that they he's not ready. Like they knew they know he's not ready. That's tough to watch.
You can see it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not ready, and they said that that's kind of why Fred's there right now. Like, yikes.
But also, if you could see, to me, it depends on what your plans are with Fred, because there could be lineups where a man is playing the point and Fred is playing the two. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so positionless basketball. Like I could see a lineup with like Fred, Amen, Tari, KD, and Steven Adams.
Ooh, yeah, I can see that.
And you could, you know what I'm saying? If Fred, maybe Fred can stay. Where do I want Brogdon?
He can. Raphael got stuff to play with now.
Hey,
He
there's
got
one
the good
player
guy.
out there. I think he'd be a perfect Rocket. I think he'd be the perfect Udoka player. Is Salty Aldama, the power forward that played for Memphis.
Ooh.
He's a free agent. He's a power forward center. I think he'd be perfect.
Now we get to do free agencies because Kevin Durant on your team. A lot of free agents are gonna want to come and play. How did you feel about the Russell Westbrook thing?
What happened to him? I didn't hear nothing.
They asked KD if they should bring Russell Westbrook in, and he was like, "Oh, whoa, 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 whoa." He's like one step at a time here.
Uh, even then, nah. I don't think we need Russ.
Yeah, I don't think we
I'm
do
good
either.
on that pimp. To
I was
me, it's
like,
like I just want to secure some shit like depth wise, because our strength was our depth. Like we would go 10, 11 players every night and keep our foot on the gas, all gas, no break. So I would entertain the idea of like maybe going to trade for a player like KCP just got traded to Memphis. I was like, hey, what do you want for Caldwell Pope? Because he'd be the perfect kind of player. You know what I'm saying? Josh Hart, he's a free agent. Like he'd be that perfect kind of guy to play on our team. DiVincenzo's a free agent. Like those kind of guys is who I'd be looking at.
so we need some a guard.
I think you need somebody who could play the 2-3. They could play the 2-3 that can help guard the perimeter. Because Van Vliet could guard the perimeter, but I don't think you can do that shit for an extended time in a playoff series. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you need somebody to help him in.
Yeah, I'm looking at free agents. This is going to be a video we definitely do. There's a lot of them on it. Well, what's the grade for this trade, Zach?
Ooh. I don't believe that's a fair question.
I
Like
think we have
the
to wait.
bullshitter in me is no, that's what I want to do, but it's kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
My gut feeling tells me it's all right. Let me ask you this: did it feel like we were desperate?
No. At,
Do you
when
feel
I first,
here's the fucking problem, bro? The only reason I have an issue with it is because of the Dylan Brooks, not
yeah,
the Jalen Green, not the Pitt. Like I don't have anything emotionally to that. It's Dylan Brooks that I didn't want to give up in that.
yeah, it's going to be tough to. I mean, as much as Rockets fans aren't going to admit it, it's going to be tough to replace what he does. A 3-and-D, legitimate 3-and-D takes pretty much the top player over there. He gets in their head, all those intangibles he does. That's hard to replace all in one player.
You know what else I was thinking, and this might have just been me trying to be funny, or maybe not. What if they do have belief in that Nate Williams kid?
I mean, he showed up that one game and brought us back. We were like, who the hell is this guy?
I don't know. I guess if I gave it a grade, I'll give it a A-.
I'm cool with
You
that.
got like, hey, listen, you could fucking be in your fucking feelings all you want to. You got Kevin Durant, you got the Slim Reaper, KD Trey 5. He's wearing a Rockets jersey now. Like, if you're bitching, it's just because you're a bitch. So
Those people like they only do this for jersey sales. I was like, you're stupid.
yeah,
Like
I stand by my statement. They're a bitch.
Yeah,
You're gonna give yourself a legitimate chance. Just hope that he's healthy when the playoffs come, and shit. Hopefully, they're smart enough to figure out how to play basketball. Which, like I said, he top 2 scorer I ever seen in my life, so he could teach some people some shit. And secondly, there ain't a damn thing in the world that somebody could say when he starts to yell at Sengun, because it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? When Jalen did it, it didn't mean shit. When KD does, it's like, hey, what'd he do? And we'll see.
we're gonna see how the fan base rolls. I'm rolling with KD because it's fucking Kevin Durant. Yeah.
I pray to the Lord that if that Jabari gets better from playing with KD. Like that's the kind of player you would want him to train with. Like you're gonna learn something from that guy.
They get to go against each other so much. It's gonna be fun.
I mean, but KD can just teach him like how to use his length. Like, hey, let me show you how to shoot at 7 foot tall. You know what I'm saying? Watch this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna teach you how to dribble, you big linky motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, guess we don't have to tune into draft, but Raphael might do a trade just to.
I was gonna say, don't.
That's what I was thinking. Raphael, I don't leave anything. He's like Nick Casario. He's like, hold on, what? Phone ringing? All right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Because he could always jump into another team's trade and all that fun stuff. So you never know. That's true. Never mind. We're going to have to watch it. All right. Well, make this point, like, subscribe, Houston. All love. Kevin Durant, welcome to Houston. We have a long way. It's going to be a fun one, though. All love. We out.